What's up, guys? Harris Autographs back at it again with another recap. This one is for the Charlotte Knights at Norfolk Tides, which was a 2-game series. The Tides have played Charlotte I feel like every other week this year, but the Knights just called up Luis Robert, so it was definitely a lot more packed than it usually is. So the first night was Monday, and that was the biggest crowd I've ever seen in Norfolk. There had to have been 30, 35 people waiting for Robert. So the first guy I got signing 1 of 1 was Zach Collins, who does not like to sign at all. I'm honestly kind of surprised he did sign with the crowd. As soon as he came out, he kind of got swarmed, and I guess he kind of had to sign to get out. But, so that's 1 from Zach Collins. He denied the rest of the week. So, 1 of 1, Sebi Zavala. It's his number at 150. Alcides Escobar, who I've gotten a lot this year. Always signs 1. That doesn't really seem too happy a sign, but he always does 1, which I appreciate. Got him on the Allen and Ginter, nice card. Donnie Roach on a 2012 Lake Elsinore Storm card. I honestly don't remember how I got this, but I was looking through some of my stuff, and I found this, and I remembered he was on Charlotte, so got this signed. Then I got 2 of 2 from Odrismer Despanje. That's 1 there. And another one. Really nice guy. Then 1 of 1 from Justin Nicolino. He racks. He signed the whole page for pretty much everyone else there. I just had the 1. So Robert denied. He had 2 handlers with him. He said he was too banged up to sign for the I think there's probably about 15 people left at that point since he was the last one out. So then I went back to Arrival on Tuesday because I heard he signed at Arrival on Monday. Got there about 12:30. In the first hour, I got 1 guy. I got Tanner Scott from the Tides on his Tides card. And then the first bus pulled up with mostly pitchers, and I got 6 of 6 from Hector Santiago, who is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. I talked to him about his autograph collection since he has a collection of jerseys and stuff like that. We're talking about his man cave and how he should display at a sports bar. Just a really great guy. This was the only time I even saw him over those 2 games, so I'm glad I got him. And then we got 1 of 1 from Alcides Escobar again. And then finally, got the big name who signed for the 7 of us there, Luis Robert. Not much to his signature at all. A little stray Sharpie mark right there, but who really cares? So I finally got Robert. Did not say much, not seem to want to sign, but he did anyway. And as if that wasn't good enough, I went back to Charlotte on Tuesday night, and I got 2 of 2 from Daniel Palka, who hit 30 home runs last year, but it's been down basically all year. Trey Mikolchewicz, who I believe is 1 per, but he signed 1 of 1. Paulo Orlando, he's 1 of 1, 1 per, signed the Heritage. Thiago Vieira. Weird thing about the Knights is there have been 5 Brazilian players in the history of Major League Baseball. And the Charlotte Knights just so happen to have 2 of them, which is kind of cool in my opinion. Another really nice guy. He has a great fastball. He's going to be a good reliever in a few years. Another one of Alcides Escobar on 2015 Topps. Mark Grudzelanek, who did 1 of 2. He took my Sharpie, signed 1, and then stuttered, to sign the looking like he was going to sign the second one, and then just handed it back. So I don't know what's going on there. And then finally, I got another Luis Robert. He signed for 10 people post game, and I was lucky enough to be able to get him a second time. He made some amazing defensive plays over this series. I think he's going to be really good. I'd say better than Eloy at this point. So, really excited to add him to the collection. Then I went over to the Tide side to try to knock out a few more team set guys. Sorry. I got Jack Reinheimer. He did 1 of 1. Really nice guy. Got the manager, Gary Kendall, on the team set. I got Chris Poole, who did 1 of 1, and then finally Mike Griffin, who he came out of the locker room with a laptop, a solo cup in his mouth, and 2 garbage bags. And for the first person to ask him to sign was a lady who was there with her family, and she said she could help him carry stuff, and he was like, no, no. Every time she tried to grab something, he would just say no. And then this 65-year-old man shuffles the computer onto his shoulder, starts leaning onto it, and just directs people to place the card in front of him and just starts signing. And it was somewhat amazing because I didn't know he had that kind of balance. And then my friend got him on a card and asked him to sign a photo as well. And I thought Mike Griffin was going to kill him. Mike Griffin does not like signing, but thankfully he did it for us. So overall, this was a really good 2-game homestand. I mean, it's always a good homestand where you can manage to get 2 cards signed of, I would say, the top prospect in the minors in the National League. He's definitely a top guy I've seen this year. But I got 2 of Luis Robert over 2 days. Actually, both in 1 day. So yeah, I'm really excited to add him to the collection. Next up, we have the Durham Bulls, so that'll be Jesus Sanchez. And if we're lucky, Brendan McKay will still be down. But we'll see how that goes. Sorry it's been a bit of a longer video, but thanks for watching, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.